Okay, so we're gonna do the hug hang before we start any of the other stretches. Our goal is to have their hip flexors relax, and their whole body should be like a noodle to get them like loose and ready for stretching. So you can hug them face to face or front to back, and you just pick up and you shake. And if you need to, if they're still guarding, you can reach forward and rub their hip flexor if you need, and just do this for about a minute or a minute and a half and really get them relaxed. You can do this like this also, and it's just the same thing.
Yeah, I'm going.
This is the bird and baseball stretch. So first you're gonna grab by the wrist, and it's okay if their elbow bends. You're gonna find the front of their scap, which is right under their shoulder, and you're gonna stabilize it down and push forward until you feel that stretch. And you can feel it right here as you're stabilizing it, just how far they can go. Hold it for 20 seconds. And then relax them down the same way. So if you go up one way, you come down that same way. Shake them out, do the other side. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but it's the butterfly stretch. So same thing, find the front of the scap and just drag them up. And if they start to guard, like what she just did, and they bend their head to one side, that's okay. They're still feeling the stretch. As long as you're stabilizing and you bring it back down the same way. And you shake them out and you do the same thing again. This is the cross leg stretch. So you're gonna straddle their one leg so that it's not free to move. And then you're gonna pull the knee towards you and push the ankle towards them. So you can either go all the way up here and do it. She's really flexible, so I can go farther. Or the kids, you might have to stop up here by your own hips and do it up here. They're gonna be feeling the stretch right here. So to make sure they're feeling it, you can even use your own hip to push the ankle forward, your left hand to pull the knee back, and you can feel the stretch. And if they're tight, you know you're hitting the right spot. So you hold that for 20 seconds. And you can move them through the stretch if you think that they're relaxing. You're supposed to hold it long enough for you to feel them release their own guard. And then shake them down, and then do the other side, and do both of that twice. Alright, so now we're doing the hamstring leg lift. So same as before, you stabilize the one leg that's not stretching so that they're not free to move. It's okay if there's a little bend in the knee, because I know some kids are going to be a lot less flexible than others. If they fight the stretch, same as before, just shake them through it until they relax. And if they're still fighting it, shake them while you're rubbing that muscle that's activated. And you can feel that they're tight even when you're not stretching them. That means that they're activating that muscle. So once they release, you stretch them forward into it. And you can lean, you can stabilize here, and make sure their hips don't come up. If they're guarding, their hips are going to come up. So if you need to, you can stabilize the pelvis by holding that down and then pushing up from there. But try and keep it in one straight line. It's okay if the knee bends. Feel the stretch here if you're questioning whether or not they're actually getting the stretch or not. And then shake them out, let them relax, and do the other side and do both of those twice. Okay, so now we're gonna do the IT band stretch. And a lot of the kids' normal positions is gonna be like this. So just by pushing their knees together, they're gonna feel the stretch. But some are gonna be more flexible. So and the way you know is if you pull it together and you feel here, and you're gonna hold them in with your ankles, and you feel here and they're not tight, then you know you can cross them over. So you'll stabilize at the ankle with your knee, and then up here by the pelvis with your hand, and keep them low. We don't want them up here, we want them down here. So they're gonna cross right above the knee, probably like midway through the thigh. So you stabilize, and then you drop them down as low as they can go. We don't want their hip to come up, because then they're gonna feel it in their butt. We're gonna keep their hip down and just hold that stretch right here. Do that for like 20 seconds. You can shake them too if they're guarding, and then relax them down, and then do the other side and do both of those twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so originally for the hip flexor stretch, we put them on their stomach and we stabilized their hip and we would lift here, but there was too much uncontrollable variables, so we're gonna change it. We're gonna flip them on their side, and you're gonna put both your legs right up against, one up against their back and then one up against their butt / like back of their hamstring. And you're gonna stabilize here so they don't move forward or back. and that'll also keep their hips from moving. So you're gonna get them right in their stomach and the pelvis. You're gonna pull this top leg back towards you, and to keep this one from going back too, you're gonna place your hand on the ground and then push back with your elbow. So this leg isn't going anywhere because my arm's here, and this leg isn't going forward because my arm's here. And if you need more, you can get lower and drive back with your elbow. So you're here, your arm is on the ground, and you're pushing back. That'll keep their leg from moving, and they should be feeling it right here. Also, if they're guarding, you can rub their hip flexor just like we did before. Same thing if they need to relax, and you can shake them out too. You can start them here, you can shake them out, you can rub them, and then push back, and then you can stabilize and start to stretch. Do that for 20 seconds, let them rest, let them roll back, and then do the other side twice.